Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are, Ali and Bruce. What's about to happen here today? Many people thought was impossible. So imagine fear as a voice, your voice, but darker. If fear could speak to you, what would it say? And why did you choose to answer it?
Fear would speak like a shadow behind me. Do not step forward. Stay where it is safe. But I answer because the path of safety is the path of decay. Movement is life, and life demands courage.
Fear would say, "You're not ready for this fight." And I say, "I heard that before every victory I ever had." I answer fear because it keeps me honest and hungry.
Then tell me this. What do you both believe fear truly is?
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. I'm here to live up to mine. Fear is a shadow cast by your own potential. The brighter you become, the larger it grows. Most people try to run from the shadow. I chose to walk toward it.
And if you're not courageous enough to take risks, you accomplish nothing in life. Fear is the price you pay for greatness. If you feel nothing, you're not dreaming big enough. If your hands don't shake a little, if your heart doesn't pound before you step in, you're probably still standing too far from your real life.
So when you look back now, does fear still sit with you?
Yes. But today, it does not sit on my chest. It sits beside me. I listen to it. I just don't let it drive.
Fear still knocks on the door. I just stop letting it inside alone. Now, when it comes in, it finds discipline, faith, and work already sitting there.
People look at both of you and imagine you were fearless. Be honest with me. What did fear feel like, physically, before a big fight or a big moment?
Let me tell you something people don't like to imagine. Before the biggest fights of my life, I was not a statue. My stomach turned. My legs felt heavier than they should. My mouth went dry. In the dressing room, it's quiet. No crowd. No cameras. Just you, your thoughts, and the sound of your own heart. Fear would sit down right next to me. It would say, "What if tonight is the night you fall? What if the world sees you broken? What if the legend ends here?" My body reacted before my mind answered. Sweaty hands, tight chest, fast breathing. That's not weakness, that's the alarm. Fear is the body ringing the bell saying, "The moment you ask for is here." The difference is what you do when the bell rings. Some men hear it and walk away. I heard it and walked toward the ring. You don't calm fear by waiting for it to disappear. You calm fear by moving with it, step by step, breath by breath, until your body realizes, "We're doing this. There's no going back."
And for you, Bruce, how did fear show up in your body and mind?
People imagine that because I move fast, I must have felt nothing. That is not true. Before a fight, a demonstration, even a film scene, my heart also raced. My breathing changed. My muscles tightened. Fear lives in the body first. The heart beats faster to give you energy. The breath shortens to prepare you to move. The mind then paints pictures: failure, judgment, injury. Most people see those pictures and believe they are true. I saw them as possibilities, not destiny. When fear appeared, I returned to the body. Slow breath. Relaxed shoulders. Awareness of each muscle. I would ask myself, is there a real threat here? Or only a story I am telling? Fear was a signal, not a sentence. It told me, pay attention, be present. This moment matters. So I did not try to erase fear. I tried to refine it, to take its raw energy and direct it into my movement.
So neither of you tried to pretend fear wasn't there.
Pretending is what makes people break. If you deny fear, it owns you from the shadows. If you admit it, you can put a hand on his shoulder and say, "All right, sit down, watch what I do now."
You've both talked about fear, like it shapes you. Some people say fear teaches. What has fear taught you that you could never have learned without it?
Fear taught me honesty. When I was young, I also wanted to impress, to be seen, to be admired. Fear exposed that. Before a challenge, I would feel a knot in my chest. If I looked closely, it was not only fear of losing, it was fear of not being admired anymore. Fear showed me that my ego was still in control. It taught me, as long as you need their approval, you are not free. So I began to train not only the body, but the attachment to image. Every time fear appeared, I asked, what are you protecting? My life or my ego? The teacher was strict. Fear does not speak gently, but it was fair. It pushed me to look at my limits, my impatience, my pride. Without fear, I might have believed my own legend. With fear, I was forced to remain a student of movement, and a student of myself.
Fear taught me humility. People saw the loud talk, the predictions, the jokes. But behind all that, I understood very well that I was human. Every time I walked toward the ring, fear whispered, one punch can end this story. That voice kept me honest. It reminded me that my body could fail, my mind could slip, my career could end in one bad night. Fear also taught me hunger. Without fear, comfort wins. You train a little less. You study your opponent a little less. You respect the moment a little less. When I felt fear, I knew this matters. I better show up with everything I have. It taught me empathy too, because I knew my own fear. I could see it in the eyes of other men. Champions, opponents, fans. Everybody carries a fight inside. Fear is a teacher that doesn't care about your title. It speaks to the kid, the worker, the champion the same way. It asks, are you going to stay small or are you going to grow today?
So in a way, fear kept both of you from believing you were untouchable?
Yes, fear reminded me that I was human, and that is being human, being fragile, uncertain, temporary. And that is not a weakness. It is what gives urgency to growth.
Exactly. You only start acting like a god when you forget you can fall. Fear makes sure you remember, and remembering keeps you alive.
Someone watching this right now might not be a fighter, or an actor, or a legend. They might just be afraid of changing jobs, speaking the truth, ending a relationship, taking a step they've been avoiding for years. What should they do with their fear?
First, stop pretending you're not afraid. Fear doesn't disappear because you fake confidence. If you lie to yourself, fear starts driving from the back seat. It pulls your hands, your voice, your choices. Say it out loud if you have to. I'm afraid of losing this. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of failing in front of everyone. When you name it, it stops being a fog and becomes something you can face. Second, make the fear specific. What exactly am I afraid will happen? Your mind will say everything. But if you look closely, it's usually one or two pictures you keep replaying. Then ask, if that happens, do I end or do I begin again? Most of the time, fear is guarding a door that leads to a new version of you. If you never walk through, you keep living in the same small room.
I would tell them this. Do not wait for fear to vanish before you move. You will wait a lifetime. Instead, choose one small action that moves you in the direction of your truth. Make the call. Say the sentence. Take the first step into the ring you have been avoiding. The body will protest. The mind will create stories. That is expected. Walk anyway, gently but firmly. Treat fear as a teacher, but do not let it become your master. Ask it, what are you trying to show me? Sometimes it will reveal a real danger. Then you can prepare. Sometimes it will reveal only attachment and ego. Then you can let them go. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move while fear walks beside you.
And remember this, every person you admire has stood where you stand now, shaking, doubting, questioning if they were enough. The difference is not that they felt less fear. The difference is that they answered it. One step, one decision, one moment where they said, I'm going in anyway. That's how lives change, not in comfort, but in those seconds where fear is loud and you move your feet forward anyway.
After everything fear has taken and everything it has given back, would you erase it if you could?
No. Without fear, I might have lived a quieter life, but not a fuller one. Fear forced me to wake up.
I wouldn't erase it either. Fear sat with me before my greatest nights. It reminded me that they were great. Without fear, I don't think I'd have become who I was.
And for the person still frozen by fear, hearing this, what is one sentence you would leave them with?
Do not let fear decide the size of your life.
And don't wait to feel ready. You won't. Step in anyway.
The human mind has always searched for answers beyond time. Today, we bring together what was never meant to meet. The questions still echo, and the answers may lie in the next conversation. Subscribe and keep walking with us through the place where thought and imagination intertwine.